Hi, Flosstube. My name's Amanda. My pronouns are she, her, and this is my Flosstube cross stitching channel, Sycamore Stitches. This is Flosstube number 6 already. Seems like a long time in a short time. I guess it's only been like a couple months. Anyhow, it's been about 8 days since I did a video. So that's a little sooner than I had been doing them last year, but I was going to try to do them on a more weekly basis. So we'll see how long I keep up with that, but here we are. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I guess let's get started. I said previously last time that December was a slow month for me as far as stitching. Lots of reasons for that, and one of them being the kids were home from school for a while, and I do most of my stitching during the day when they are gone, and I am listening to webinars or whatever I'm doing during the day that I can usually stitch during. Anyhow, I know that's like probably the opposite of a lot of stitchers. Most people work during the day and stitch in the evening. I work as a doula, so my work is sporadic and you never know when I might be working. But also because of that, it's not a full-time thing. You can't really do doula work. It's not a 40-hour-a-week job, because if you took that many clients to keep you that busy, they'd all be having babies at the same time. So that would be a mess as far as your business. Maybe not for them. Anyhow, also my work is a little slow right now. I haven't taken any clients for the month of January. So part of that is kind of how it worked out for me. Just in that's, the business kind of ebbs and flows, but part of it was intentional. January is my birthday month, and my husband and I are going on a trip next week, so I knew I'd be out of town. Hopefully, knock on things, we will still be able to go. I know when we planned to go on this trip, pandemic stuff was looking great. Not great, but it was like not looking like it is now. We initially, when we planned to go, we were like, well, we're vaccinated, things are under control. And then, now it doesn't look like that at all. But we are still planning to go ahead with our trip, hopefully. Anyhow, we also have a bunch of birthdays coming up. In addition to my own birthday next week, my oldest daughter's birthday is this weekend as well. Our birthdays are only 2 days apart, so we've got stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't have any finishes or fully finished objects since we talked last time. But I want to actually start with my haul, because I just have a big pile of it that not a big pile, but a pile. My dad, for Christmas, he usually gets us gift cards and says, where do you want your gift card for? And last year, and then this year, I said, how about Etsy? So I am Etsy rich right now, and all those things that have been kind of all my favorites that I'm like, I don't need. Now I'm like, hey, it's a gift. I can have them. So I've been doing a little bit of Etsy shopping, which is great. And after I'm done with that, I'll be like, well, it's my birthday. It's a good excuse. So, oops, forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Let me do that. So let's start with the things that I forgot last time, because last time I started talking about haul, but then like one of the pieces of fabric I bought was part of my new start, and then I just kind of like moved into that and forgot to mention that when I had bought this black linen, I had also got this opalescent Ada 16 count. I don't know if you can, especially with the plastic, and I'm not going to take it out. I don't know if you can see. It's shiny. I've never gotten opalescent fabric before, so I'm kind of excited about that. I plan to use it on... So I'm not somebody who likes to have a ton of stash. I like to have purpose for my supplies. And even though I can see how watching Flosstube is going to be a negative influence on me in that respect, I hope to keep it, you know, somewhat manageable. And I guess we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I say next year when this time rolls around, right? But I bought this specifically for a piece that I want to start and hopefully start and finish before the winter is over. Which is, I don't have a printout, but Father Frost, let's get it away from the light, which is a small piece that is a free chart from Al Forest Embroidery. So I thought that that would look pretty on a glittery fabric. However, I didn't really think about what fabric I was going to get. I was like, I just going to get a 16 count Ada. And then I realized that there are specialty stitches as part of that pattern. And I looked on the chart, and some of them do look like they would definitely be easier on a higher count fabric where you're going over 2. I don't know that they're going to be bad on Ada. So I'm going to plan to start the project with those particular stitches and see how they look, because I don't know, just to see if the Ada is going to work out for me or not, because I'm not sure. And then there's another pattern that from Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Soul that I had never initially kitted up when I got this book. When I got this book, I like kitted up a whole bunch of things, but I had always liked it, and I thought it would also look great with that opalescent, which is this one. None of these have names, they're just numbered. So it says, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. I don't know if the colors are coming through real well, but regardless. I'm going to use a chunk of that fabric for this as well. And it still leaves me with, like, this is like half of it, and then like the Father Frost is like a quarter of it. So it still leaves me with like enough for like a small. I'm really stingy also. I don't like to have a large stash, and I'm also really stingy with my supplies, and I want them to like be used for as many projects as possible. So I will be on the lookout for something small that will use that fabric so that I feel like it's all like accounted for. So anyhow, we'll see. Set this down. So that was the one thing that I had forgotten to show last time. And the other thing is just a pair of scissors I got off of Etsy. They're okay. They have a weird, it's almost like they need oil. Do you hear that? But they're purple, and they have a little sheath for them, which I want all my scissors to have covers. So I see all these pretty ones that people have, but like I don't want them if they don't have covers. I usually have these like ones from Amazon that come in a 2-pack and have this nice little cover, and I've got several of these running around. I had bought these specifically because I wanted some skinnier scissors, because I won a scissor fob from Black Needle Stitch Studio. Is that the name? Yes. Is that her name? I don't know. I think so. So I got these scissors, and now I can't find my scissor fob. So I'm sure it is in one of these places that I put it for safekeeping, hopefully. Or my kids have taken it because they were very entranced by it. I will find it, and I'm going to try it out on those scissors. Okay. Next, I'll just show you some PDF charts I had purchased off of Etsy. First from PigeonCoopDesigns. I realized I've never bought anything from this store, but I have a bunch of things like from them favorited. So this one is called Cordillera. I don't know what that, I don't know. But it's very pretty. And it came with like a little bonus pattern of a little bear, a little black bear. What's going on with my light? Okay. So that was one pattern I got. And then there were a couple Alyssa Okneas patterns, which I love her whimsical patterns. Like here's an example of one of the ones I just did that happens to be sitting right here. They're very like colorful and whimsical and fun. Well, here's one that I had my eye on for a while called Forest Secrets. That is a sleepy time forest with a campsite. It's got lots of details. I don't know if you can really even see them all, but this isn't super big. It's, well, it is fairly, it's 123 by 123, but there's a lot going on in there. It's got like 40 colors, a bunch of blends, a ton of back stitching. I don't know when I'm going to kit that up or start it, but before I had favorited a bunch of her patterns on Etsy, and then they had all disappeared, and then I found them later on a different site. So I just decided, I've had my eye on this for a while. It was on Etsy. I was going to get it before it decided to, you know, try to disappear on me or something like that. And the Etsy store I found it on is called Start to Stitch. I also got this one of hers that I have been eyeing up for a while, which is called Autumn Fun, of like some petals and leaves, which looks really cool. I think it's around the same size as, a little bigger than that mushroom, but same size as my other ones I've done of hers. And then, you know what? I don't even know if this one was attributed to her or if it was a different designer. I'll have to double check on that, but it was on the same Etsy store, Start to Stitch. And this picture makes it look really big, but I don't think it's that big. But this looked so cool to me. It is a leaf that is cross stitch on one side, and then the other side is all specialty stitches. I only printed out the picture of it, so I didn't keep, I mean, I don't have in front of me the dimensions and stuff, but I feel like it's, I mean, it's pretty wide, but I feel like it's fairly small. Anyhow, I don't know if you can see these specialty stitches, and there's some beads. Oh, they look so cool. And yeah, that one I'm excited about. When I get into my whips, I'm going to show you that I just started my first piece. I've just been working on my first piece that has specialty stitches, and I'm obsessed with them. So I'm going to be looking for more patterns with them. I have this one, and then I said I have the Father Frost has just a couple of specialty stitches in it, but I'm going to be looking for more. But also, like, you know, my style is not, I don't really do kind of old-fashioned samplers, and I know that you can find the specialty stitches in some of those. So I'm going to be on the lookout for fun, kind of more modern patterns that have them, because they're my new obsession. Okay, what else do I have here? Yesterday, I got an early birthday present from my friend who I taught to cross stitch a little while ago, and is working on her second project right now. I told her when she finishes it, maybe I'll have her come on the Flosstube and show it. But anyhow, she gave me an early birthday present, which is this book, which I had seen before, like on Amazon. It's called Feminist Cross Stitch, and it's by Stephanie Rohr. And I don't even know, oh, it says 40, right? It says it right there. How many patterns are on here? They're all very, well, all except for like one are very small, fairly simple. But I think that one says, smash the patriarchy. few in here I like. I must admit, a lot of them, I feel like I'm going to use the patterns in here, but I'm not going to necessarily use them as is. Some of them I like the pattern. Sorry, I'm trying to even get to the patterns. But I would maybe change some of the colors, and some of them I would take the fonts or the words and maybe put them on a different pattern. I was going to show you a couple that I was interested in, but I should have marked some pages. It doesn't have stitch counts. I was going to see kind of, but they all look fairly small. I'm not prepared. Like, I like this one. Let me try to not show you the actual pattern. And it says, don't tell me to smile. But like, I don't really like the colors, but I would maybe do that one and change the colors. Ooh, try to be tricky and not show you the pattern. Oh, geez. This one's kind of cool. Women don't owe you shit. There's a lot of them. I don't know if I should show them on here. I guess. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want, right? That's a Fock. And they're kind of my favorites. Like this one. Fuck politeness. I guess. I don't know. I thought it made me laugh. So, ask me about my feminist agenda. Again, not a fan of the colors. Anyhow, we'll see. I don't have plans to do any of these like right now, but I definitely think I could see adapting some of them. This is a bigger one. I think it was a Rosie the Riveter one. Anyhow, that was cool. Birthday present. And then next, I made an Amazon purchase of, so I use bobbins for my DMC thread, and I only really have DMC thread, but I did just start a project with silks. It doesn't seem right to put them on bobbins. Like, I don't feel like that's going to work well. Like, so I decided, that I should use some floss drops for them. Sorry for the crinkles. So I bought this pack of like tags, like one's off-white, one's white, one's dark blue, one's light blue and gray. And also, you know, some punchers to make my own little like floss drops. And again, rings, which these ones are bigger than I expected, but I think they'll work too. So let me show you. I have not done it for all of them on here, but like these are the two colors I was already done with on my project. So yeah, they are Dinky dies, and so I just took the tag that they had with like their number and their color name and taped it on here, punched a hole, stuck them on there. So, seems to be working. So that's my first try it there. And they're pretty simple, but they're gonna get the job done. And they look okay. Like they look attractive. They're not like fancy, like some of the ones I see. But maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll get there. Okay. One more thing that I literally just got in the mail right before I sat down to do this. Did not expect to show this today. But another thing I bought with my Etsy gift card was my first Mirabilia. I like flowers. I'm not sure if I like fancy ladies. But this one has always, like, as soon as I saw it, like, I liked it. Maybe it's because it's not her whole body. I don't know. But this one is called Botanical Garden. There you go. And it's just one I'd been eyeing up for a while, and so I was like, hey, gift card. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. And 141 by 156. I also got the pack of beads. So let's see, there's like 5 small and 1 large of the beads. I've never done beading, so I guess, like I said, the other pattern I got with the oak leaf has a couple beads in it, but just a couple. So I don't know which one I'll actually get to first, or maybe some other one I buy that will skip in line. So I don't know if this will be my first beading project or not, but maybe it will be. It's definitely in the running because it's sitting here. But I don't know when I'm going to start this. And I also, the pack was the pattern, the beads, and the specialty threads. So this is the Krynic, oopsies, that came with it. It's called Pale Green, and it's kind of like a green blue, mostly white with green blue. I've never used Krynic before, so there's a lot of firsts here, a lot of firsts. Branching out a little bit, maybe. And the other specialty thread that came with it is this Koran water lilies. There you go, that looks pretty good. It's called Olive Grove. I think that color is coming pretty well. Maybe the blue part of it looks a little more blue, and it's kind of more of a blue purple. But it's an olive green, like a gray green, with some lighter green yellows and some darker blue purples. Yeah, it's definitely coming through as more blue, and it's more of a blue purple. But yeah, I haven't even opened it up, looked at the pattern or anything. I just opened the package and I was like, cool, we'll show this. So I did not buy the fabric yet. I did that on purpose because I did join Fortnite Fabrics Fabric of the Month. So this month, for this year. So this month will be my first fabric. I don't think they send them out to the end of the month, but I'm excited to get that. And I know that the January fabric, they already showed it. Like, I'm in the Groovy Gradients part of the club, so it's a blue. I have an idea of what I might be using that for already, but it will depend when I see it, obviously. But they have that on like a pink, I don't know, a pink, maybe purple. Well, a pink or a purple I think would be good. Anyhow, my plan is that I assume that at one point in the year, one of my fabric of the months will work for that. So I'm going to hold out and see if that's the case before I buy one. I guess if it's not looking like that's going to work out, I'll just probably buy something if I decide I want to start it. But that's my plan. And that's why when I said at the beginning, like, oh, I don't like to have a large stash, but I also joined a Fabric of the Month club. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. It means that I'm going to either end up having a stash, at least a small one, or I am going to be kitting up a lot of stuff so that I feel like things have purpose. If that might also be true. Which reminds me that either later today or possibly tomorrow, I'm going to try to film a kit parade, but I won't probably upload it until next week because I said I wanted to do that for my birthday. So I was thinking maybe I would upload it on my birthday, but that maybe I didn't want to actually tape it on my birthday. So I might try to do that ahead of time, upload it next week. Also, like, I won't have time to tape a regular anything next week because I'm leaving to go on vacation. So I'll explain more about like yeah, all of that in that part. I did count and I have like 28 kitted projects. So I did a whip parade last time and I'm like, I don't have many whips. I only have 10. But I still have a lot of projects. I just don't really allow myself to start one unless I finish one. That's like currently how I operate. I don't like to have a lot of things floating like undone out there. That's just kind of me. But it doesn't mean that I'm not like buying things and kitting them and like probably just as bad as everybody else as far as like yeah, projects. They just have a different they just fall into a different category. So anyhow, okay, I think that's all of my haul. Probably a lot more than usual because of, again, my Etsy card and my birthday. So, well, maybe next time I will also have more because I still have a little more to spend on my Etsy card. I also have one more paper pattern that I'm waiting on to arrive. And yeah, it's my birthday, so I'll probably buy myself some stuff or something. So we'll see. So let's move on to my whips. Okay, first I'm going to show you my new project that I started last time that I am obsessed with. I had literally just started it right before I taped my last Flosstube, and then I did not want to put it down, and I made myself because I did also want to work on some of my other projects, but then I just picked it up again yesterday and started working on it again. So it is, let me get my pictures. The Twisted Rainbow Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework. This is my first time doing specialty stitches. How it works is each band, which you start up here, each band is cross stitch, then specialty stitches, then cross stitch, then specialty stitches. So it's my first time doing specialty stitches. It's also my first time using any type of silk floss. So that's cool too. Because I did get the whole set of dinky dyes there. That's all of it except from the first 3 colors because I have finished 2 colors and started on the 3rd. Let's see how we can see here. It's so hard to see these specialty stitches. They're super, super small. Anyhow, last time I only had like 3 rows of red done. Now I obviously finished the whole first band. I'm almost done with the specialty stitch band. I'm on the last, there's like 5 separate specialty stitches and I'm on the last row of them, which I'm doing it like half and half. So it's just like this isn't what it's going to look like at the end. This is like just the first half of the specialty stitch. After I get up there, then I'll come back down. Anyhow, I'm loving this one. It's super fun. What's next? Northern Land, Owl Forest Embroidery, which proves that all rules, I guess, are to be broken because I'm like, I don't do samplers. And then I'm like, except this one because I like it. Not that. I love this variegated thread that I bought the thread from Owl Forest. And then the fabric is .32 count Lugana. It's a Picture This Plus earthen. It's a dusty pink mottled color. And so what I've done since last time is I had this down to about here, and then this side of it. So I did this whole side, finished the bottom, did kind of that whole thing. So not a ton of work, but noticeable amount. A couple hours worth. Next. In my only real project bag that I have. This one's from Emma Congdon's second book, Cross Stitch for the Earth. Her third cross stitch book is going to be released in July. You can pre-order it already. I haven't yet because I'm like, it's not till July. But then I'm like, I probably should just pre-order it so that I don't have to think about doing it later. I don't know. We'll see. It's called Cross Stitch for the Heart. I'm not really like a I'm not into like romantic type themes necessarily, so I'm not sure if it's going to be my cup of tea. I think I'm going to wait because I remember that with like this one, I pre-ordered this one. First you could pre-order it and all you could see was the cover, and then they like showed you a couple not patterns, but a couple designs still like a few months before it was released. So I think I'm going to wait to see a couple of the designs before I automatically buy it, but I probably will buy it because I kind of like, she's my favorite designer and I kind of love everything. But like this, I knew immediately I wanted this because I love like all kinds of like nature themed type things. Anyhow, this is the one that I'm working on right now. Between Two Pines is a Doorway to a New World. And it's on 14 count Aida in a forest green. I got a decent amount of work done on this one, actually. You can actually see part of it now. Like before it was just kind of like gibberishy, and now it's starting to take shape. Last time I had this middle green color done and just a little bit of this light pink. I finished all the pink. So this is an outline around the sun, which will be in yellow, and then all this pink. And then there's a second green I started. You can kind of tell there's light green, and then there's like a slightly darker green. It's very close, but I'm not quite done with this color. I have a couple stitches. You can see like there's like half stitches that haven't been crossed. There's a couple stitches down here, and then this color needs to be done on the two sides. But yeah, it looked like nothing before really, and now it's starting to look like something. So that's cool. So I'm almost done with the third color. Man, my phone. Okay. I put it on Do Not Disturb, so then I shouldn't hear anything. However, like I said before, I'm a doula, so all of my clients, you know, are coded differently in my phone so that they come through anyhow. So then I'll just have to double check that. Anyhow, so I'm almost done with the third color. There's only 8, I think. So yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. Next is my other project that I'm doing on Aida. So how I think about them. Which is called Ski Lift from Awesome Pattern Studio. So I'm going to take this one with me on my trip next week. I might take the green one as well. I don't know. But I'm definitely taking this one. We're going on our trip is to go skiing, going to Colorado. And we're in Pennsylvania, so that's kind of far and very different. We ski here, but it's like, you know, Appalachian skiing versus Rocky Mountain skiing. Anyhow, so you can see there's large chunks of color. So I'm trying to outline some chunks of color right now so that when I'm traveling, all I have to do is fill in giant chunks of color. Let me show you. So last time I just kind of had the gondola done. I finished some of the top part of the gondola and the cable. And now I know it looks really haphazard, but I picked the bright blue color and I started just doing outlining. It's not like they're not fully outlined or anything. So that when I travel, it will be easy. So I'm going to keep outlining and I'm hoping to get more outlining done before we leave in about a week. Let me look. I had a percentage for that one because it's on Pattern Keeper, which I should have written down before this. Oh, I don't even have my pattern. Where's my Pattern Keeper? There it is. I'm at like 12.5%. So, making some progress. Still a lot to go. But a lot of it is going to be filling it in. A lot of it. Okay. My dogs are barking. Next we have, oh, we'll do this one first. Didn't do very much on this one. This is my Peppermint Purple Blackwork Sow for 2021 that I had been keeping up with earlier in the year, put away, forgotten about, and then got back out just a little bit ago, like maybe, a month and a half ago. So I just did these 2 squares this week. That's it. Just a little bit. I guess a little more than halfway though. So, getting there. Okay, and the last piece, I said I didn't have a finish, which I don't actually have a finish, but this is my giant piece, and I have a page finish, so that's kind of like a finish. This is Alyssa Okneas. I think it's just called Bear. I call it Watercolor Bear. I'm in this top corner here, and I finished the first page, which is, yeah, kind of like what I'm showing. The pattern goes 4 pages across, but on the top row, the 4th page is all white. So I'm working on this top row right now, and I only have 3 pages to do in that row before I move my Q-snap and move everything down. I don't have a grime guard for this big Q-snap, so I have a head wrap that I just stick on the side when I'm working on it. It works. It keeps my hands off of it. I hope it works because this is white fabric. Okay, so there it is. You can see the top part of the tree and the branches. The page goes to about here on the bottom, so I've definitely obviously gone below it, and then you can see where the page ends, like right here. So I don't really stop at page breaks, but I'm truly a cross-country stitcher, and if I've got the color on my needle and I can reach it, I keep going. But I also, like I said, my goal was to get through this whole page break. So I did, and then this right here, this will be where the 2nd page ends. So now I'm on that section down to like here. here's where the page break goes to there. So anyhow, it's not exactly full coverage. I mean, because obviously there's spaces in there, and obviously there's a lot of stitches that are half. There's some that are full cross stitch, and there's a lot that are half, which I mean makes sense because it's kind of that watercolory thing. It has almost 34,000 stitches in it total, and I'm 5,000 in, so that's just under 15%. So that's pretty good. I don't know how long that one will take, but that was my goal to get that first page. I mean, it was actually kind of my goal by the end of the year, so I didn't really make it, but close enough. We're only not even 2 weeks in, so so those are all my whips, I think. Yes. I do have another one of my kits brought down into my whip area, even though I haven't started it yet. I don't know if you can see the pattern. Can't really see the pattern unless I bring it up. This one's going to be a gift for someone, and I need it done by March. So it's not very big. I'm so sorry about that, crinklies. But I'm going to have to start it soon, I think. It's only total, not quite 3,000 stitches, so that's pretty small. It's a clover, but it's a lot of negative space. Anyhow, it's not a whip yet. I haven't started it, but I want to start this one. Normally, I tell myself that I can't start something new unless I finish or like put away something old. But I don't know. I might have to cheat on that one because I do need to get it started. I could probably get the Between Two Pines done. If I can get that done by the end of the month, and then start the next one and start that, I'd be fine. But if I don't get that done by the end of the month, I'm going to probably have to start it anyhow. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. Okay. In past business, 2 Flosstubes ago already, I did a giveaway. I announced the winner last time. I tried to contact that person by replying on their comment twice and did not hear from them, and I could not find any other way to get a hold of them. So I need to draw a new winner. So if you commented 2 times ago, you might be happy to hear that. I somehow closed the window. Okay. Well, I had already done the drawing. I was going to show it to you, but it went away, and now it's not going to work. But that was on my Flosstube number 4. The giveaway was for this project bag from Black Cat X Stitchery. Tiffany is local, and she was very generous and gave this bag to me to use as a giveaway. And I would really like to send it to someone. It's very cool. It's Christmassy. I would like to get it to you before next Christmas. So anyhow, the new winner is Casey Stitches. So Casey, congratulations. I will comment on your comment. Hopefully I will also hear back from you. And, if there's any way, I'll look at your profile, and if there's any like email there, I will send one. But I will, in my comment, I'll tell you an email to reach me at, and please send me your address so I can hopefully get this in the mail. I'd love to get this in the mail before I leave town next week. So yeah. Now I see why a lot of the Flosstubers have those like Google Forms where they keep everybody's information for the giveaways. And if I ever get to the point where I am doing that more consistently, I will definitely be utilizing that mode as well, because I see why. It's this is the first giveaway and I'm already having trouble finding people. So we'll see. I think that's all my stuff. Like I said, I plan to film a kit parade probably in the next day or two and upload it next week on my birthday, which is the 18th. And just show you like all the stuff that I have sitting around waiting for me to get to it. I consider myself a minimalist, but I guess it's hard to be when you have a hobby. It happens. Oh well. And then as far as my projects and my plans, I don't have any real specific plans as far as how far I want to get on my different projects. In fact, you know, since I'm traveling next week, some of them might get a lot of attention and some might get none. Well, I guess I still have a week before I leave, so probably they'll all get a little attention. I probably won't be stitching much when I am away, but there is a plane ride involved, so maybe just while I'm traveling. Although I've never tried stitching on the plane before. I hear it's not hard to get your stuff through the check-in, and I'll take scissors that I don't care about in case I have a cranky TSA agent and they want to throw them away, which would be sad, but I'll just make sure I take a pair that I don't like as much. Yeah, basically I'm going to stick with my current way of doing things, which is I have 6 active projects and I roll a die when I'm going to stitch, and each project has a number. So whatever number comes up on my die is what I decide to work on for a chunk of time. And a lot of times that's, you know, I'll pull out one strand of a color and it's like 6, you know, all 6 strands of that color. Or maybe it's just like an hour or an hour and a half. It usually ends up being about an hour or an hour and a half for each project. And then, or sometimes if I'm really into it, it's more. And then I roll the day and work on something new. So some days I work on 3 different projects if I have a lot of time to stitch. And some days I work on 1. And some days I'll work on the same project for 3 days, just trying to get to that like point. So I'm going to keep doing that. It seems to be working for now. And then I got to decide what I'm going to do with starting this other piece. I might temporarily put away the blackwork piece and just do that one instead of that, just until I finish it for the present and then go back to my blackwork piece. That's probably what I'll end up doing, actually. Yeah, probably. I do like the blackwork, but I hate back stitching on projects. I kind of like blackwork because it's not really back stitching. Like it is, but it isn't. But I don't find that it's something that I can do continuously, if that makes sense. So maybe I'll take a tiny break from that one, work on this gift, and then get back to it. We'll see. I think that's it. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you again soon. And I hope that everyone is recovering from the holidays. They're fun, but they're stressful, and they're exhausting, or at least they are for me. And I'm so glad to be getting back into kind of like our normal schedule. And I think my kids are glad for it too. Like you can tell they love being home and having break and doing all the getting presents and all the stuff, but like they do better. They do better when they're, kind of on their regular schedule. So I hope that you guys are also settling into your new schedule for the new year and staying healthy because apparently everybody has COVID. I hope you don't, but if you do, I hope you're doing okay and just enjoying your time watching Flosstube or something. Okay, I gotta go. I will see you guys again soon. Bye.